I've had a calling to a greater power, a greater purpose, charms, and it seems some of you don't know how to use them.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head. Look at his.
I'll give the best guides I can give with my hours of playtime, extensive research, and various accomplishments.
But Udo, you haven't done all the bosses on Radiant yet. You're not that good, are you?
Oh yeah, those. Nope, I have no idea what you're talking about. Nope, no idea, no clue. Absolutely no idea, no. So, this video will be consisting of two parts, the early game charm setups and the mid game charm setups. The early game charm setups will be covering if you have 3 to 5 charm notches, and the mid game charm setups will be covering if you have 6 to 10 notches. Timestamps in the description for if you're looking for something in particular. I get it, charm setups are mostly for fights, and the rest of the ones on this list are, but it's also important to learn the difference of charms for fighting bosses and charms for fucking around. So let's go see what we got. The first of these charms, and the most important, is the Wayward Compass. If you're new to this game, you'll want to keep this charm on you at all times or risk getting lost in the deepness for the 5 millionth time like I did. Next up is Gathering Swarm. It's good if you're lazy, but if you'd rather be Keemstar and be fast as fuck, you can run Sprint Master instead. Finally, when you can get enough charm slots, the last two charms I would recommend are Long Nail or Dash Master. Decision's up for you, but Dash Master pisses me off sometimes. Seriously, when has there ever been a purpose for dashing straight down? I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. Contrary to new belief, it's actually important to change your charms for fights. The first charm I would recommend for this is Soul Catcher. It's one of the few good early game charms. I'm looking at you, Fury of the Fallen. You get it really early into the game, and you're going to be taking hits, so you might as well have Soul to heal up. And on the topic of taking hits, you're probably going to want to equip Grub Song as well. It's one of the better charms you get in the entire game as a whole, and it's a blessing to have this early. Once you get a couple more charm slots, you can put on Long Nail instead of Grub Song, or add it straight on top. 5 out of 10, it's pretty simple. So, let's get a little more specific, why don't we? Make like a Slim Jim and slap your long nail on the ground and wave it around to inspire fear in your enemies. If they can't get to you, they can't hit you. It's that simple, and it's the motto of this charm setup, and you better believe it works. You take one charm that extends your nail, you take another charm that extends your nail, and you put them together. It's simple, it's effective, and it's long as fuck. 7 out of 10. The last of the regular charm setups, and my favorite, I call it the Crispy because that's what it is. You get hit, no problem. You spend 2 seconds and get rid of that problem immediately and hit everyone in sight with your better nail. You'll be using Quick Focus for this charm setup as well as Long Nail. If you have enough notches, you can put on Grub Song as well to top it off. Very crispy, 7.5 out of 10. So you've gotten to the mid game. Maybe you've gotten some upgrades, maybe a movement ability or two. You've outgrown your old charm setups and you need new ones. The bosses here are actually moderately challenging. Spells? Who needs them? All you need is your nail. The only thing Soul's good for is healing anyways. Did I just describe you? Then this charm setup is for you. Damn, I just rhymed you with you. Anyways, this charm setup's fast, strong, and cool as hell. Go on Quick Slash and Mark of Pride, or Long Nail if you don't have the slots. And if you can manage, put Quick Focus on there. If you think you're chat enough, then you could throw Fragile Strength into it. Just don't come crying back to me if you need to pay a little Geo to Mr. Moneyman instead. 8 out of 10, very well rounded. Did the last charm setup not describe you at all? Do you like to be constantly looking at your soul meter? Do you like to snipe your enemies from across the map? Then maybe try throwing on Spell Twister, Shaman Stone, and Soul Catcher instead. These are the best charms you're gonna get for dishing out lots of damage at once. Some advice from me to you if you want to use this charm setup though. First, try to upgrade your spells as much as you can to do more damage. 2, don't dish out your spells as soon as you get them. Pray and time an Abyss Shriek, or 3, when you're right under the enemy instead. And finally, don't be afraid if you actually have to pick up your dress for once and hit the enemy with your nail, because that can be useful too. 6.5 out of 10, because I don't like spells. The last charm setup on this list, and the most memey, but this charm setup is severely underrated. One of the best charm setups for survivability in the mid game when you still don't have some of the best charms yet. This charm setup consists of Quick Focus, Stalwart Shell, and Balder Shell. These together make you impossibly hard to kill if you don't shoot yourself in the foot early on in the fight. The main thing to worry about is your soul meter, because it doesn't matter if you can recover from hits extremely easily, you'll still have to deal with your soul. And so because of this, I would advise a couple extra soul recovery charms if you have the extra charm slots. Also, this isn't really for the mid game anymore, it's more for the late game, but if you end up getting Shape of Wound, put that shit on right away. It's amazing. 7.5 out of 10, surprisingly good. Alright, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the charm setups I brought up today, or you want to suggest your own, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Now, I have to go clean up the trash. Get back here, you